Roy, you know there's one question on my mind, and I appreciate you answering it. Does Floyd Mayweather want to smoke with Roy Jones Jr.?
Floyd Mayweather, anybody else that wants to smoke with Roy Jones Jr., you know damn well they can get in on Floyd. Has there ever been a question? That's the one thing that's different from Roy. That's the difference between Roy and Floyd. Roy picked these folks. Roy fought whoever the fuck came to my language. So, don't get me, brother. You all made me come.
They must have really forgot. They must have really forgot.
Don't be sorry, champ. Don't be sorry.
But nah, anybody come my way, man, I'm always ready for it.
Did you feel disrespected? Like, I mean, obviously you did feel disrespected.
I play stupid games, you know what I mean? Like I said, when this man was supposing him up over there in Dubai, I was going to do this kind of live to make sure he got home okay. You understand me? So, no matter what the difference may be, I still respect you as a champion. Now, you're not my top five, but I still respect you as a champion.
Boxing that fight hype. Talk to me about this Floyd Mayweather. We gonna get this fight?
If he want it.
If he want it, what's your final message to Floyd?
You already know.
You know, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm born that way.
That's it.
Ain't nothing no ever change.
You can knock him out. Your prime versus his prime, you were way better, right?
You got an X?
Floyd Mayweather has shocked the boxing world again. The man who calls himself TBE, the best ever, has officially locked in his next fight this December. And it's not against Jake Paul, Manny Pacquiao, or any of the other names people have been guessing. This time, Floyd is stepping into the ring with a true legend, Roy Jones Jr. Two of the greatest ever, both in their mid-50s, and yet the hype is insane. Some fans are calling it a historic showdown. Others say it's just a cash grab. Either way, this fight has already taken over the boxing conversation.
Is there something that you want to elaborate on, or is there something that maybe you don't like about Floyd?
One thing I don't like is that you don't respect elders. You talk about Muhammad Ali got beat by an 8-0 fighter. That 8-0 fighter was an Olympian who was a monster, who, if you had a monster like that in your weight class, you wouldn't fight him at that time. You understand where I'm coming from? So, that being said, you're disrespecting the greatest fighter of all time. And if you disrespect him, you disrespect anybody. So you have no respect. But when you see me, you're gonna have some respect. Because if you wanna get it, we can get it. I'm willing to go earn my respect.
But I didn't hear you say anything disrespectful about Floyd.
I never do. I'm not the disrespectful type of guy. That's not who I am. I'm the type of guy. The reason I'm not disrespectful is because when I say something, I'm ready to die for it. So if I say this, I'm willing to die for this. You understand me?
You stand on it.
I stand on it. You understand me? I'm not, like I said, I don't think LeBron is not a great player. I'm not one of the greatest players of all time. But if you ask me, in your opinion, my opinion, which I'm entitled to, you think LeBron and Mike, I'm gonna say Mike because I saw what Mike went through to get where he got. So I got my own reason why I'm gonna probably like Mike. I'm not saying just you're trash. No, you're not. I'm not saying you're not a great player.
Right.
I'm not saying you're not one of the top 5. Because you could be that, you feel me? And in most people's opinion, you probably are. Some people's opinion, you probably top 1. That's not, I can't say, oh, I'm right and everybody's wrong. No, that's just my opinion.
Right.
I'm entitled to my opinion. But I will fight about my opinion. Right. So if you got a problem with my opinion, whoever, call my house. It ain't changed.
The news dropped early this morning when both Mayweather Promotions and Jones's camp released identical teaser videos. Floyd was shown stepping off a private jet in a sharp suit, saying, "December, you all know what it is. Greatness versus greatness." Within minutes, social media exploded. Twitter, Instagram, and boxing forums lit up with fans choosing sides and predicting who takes it.
Yeah, I heard. I heard all about it. I saw Roy Jones call out Floyd Mayweather after Floyd Mayweather's subliminal disses. I saw it. And you guys are hitting me up repeatedly. Showbiz, who do you have if Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather were to fight? And, you know, I must say, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever, Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather showed me love. His son, his family. Look, TMT has always shown love, bro. They have kept it a bean. I just never really been able to connect with Roy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen him a few times. But I'm going with Floyd on this one, man.
For the last few years, Floyd has been in full exhibition mode. He's fought influencers, MMA stars, kickboxers, and even guys making their pro debut.
Crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, You know, fighters fighting, they make $3 million, $4 million, $6 million, $7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
But after all the criticism that his opponents were either too inexperienced or irrelevant, it seems like Floyd wants to silence the talk by stepping in with a real legend.
In the grapevine, I heard that Floyd needs this fight because he needs money. I mean, realistically, I can understand that. The guy spends his money like a kid. It's so stupid what he spends his money on. What, like 9 Bugattis, 20 Lamborghinis, 50 Rolexes? Like that's just idiocy. Oh, okay, cool. It's cool to have it, show it off, but it's idiocy. This guy is walking around with like stacks of money. Don't you realize that money devalues? It's just idiocy. My guy, you need to learn to invest. Oh my gosh. I can give you a whole video on investing. I mean, if you really want me to, I will, but I mean, it's just insane. The guy even spends his money like a f***ing kid.
Roy Jones Jr. is exactly that. In his prime, he was untouchable. His speed, reflexes, and unpredictable style made him one of the most dominant fighters the sport has ever seen.
They love, like, you know, elite combat sports athletes, and Roy Jones Jr. in his prime was the fucking man.
When you talk about the all-time greats, you can, in his prime, he may have, I would say he's the best technician ever.
One of the best athletes that's ever competed in boxing. He was so fast.
Think about that one round he had with Vinny Pazienza, where only round in
CompuBox history.
Yeah, in CompuBox history where Vinny Pazienza couldn't land a punch.
Even later in his career, Roy's ability to pull in a crowd never faded. His exhibition with Mike Tyson back in 2020 proved fans still wanted to see him in action.
Somebody said, and this was kind of hilarious, someone said, hey, I heard that they're just gonna mess around and that they're not gonna go for the knockout. I go, do you know who the fuck you're talking about? I go, you're talking about Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Do you really believe that? That two of the all-time greats, once they start throwing hands, that it won't get crazy?
Well, of course it is, because both of us are who we are, and we're going to show our skills, and nobody's going to look stupid, and it's just going to be interesting, I think.
Yeah. Do you have any other people in mind? Like, do you have a game plan in mind, like after Roy, or are you just thinking only about Roy right now?
At this moment, only Roy, but it's just some interesting people that we have that I'm going to announce later.
Now, there was some talk of you and Roy way back in the day when Roy fought John Ruiz and won the heavyweight title.
So why December? Insiders say both men wanted time to get in shape and properly promote the fight. Reports suggest the event will be held in Dubai, a place Floyd has been spending a lot of time lately, especially with all the legal troubles that have kept his name in the headlines this past year.
Floyd Mayweather being held by government officials in Dubai. Yeah. Look, I thought Gervonta Davis was playing, you know what I mean? Say Floyd Mayweather had been messing over with people money and shit, so they holding his ass hostage, you know? Flostage, you know what I mean? Yeah, Floyd hostage, flostage. That's some new shit. But anyway, they say they holding them hostage. You can't leave Dubai. Where they do this at, bro? I thought Floyd, last time I seen him, he had barrels of money. So where that money at, I don't know. You know what I mean? Gervonta Davis was mad because Floyd called him zesty. I seen his little dance moves. I don't know where they do that at. They call that man a tank. I don't know nothing about that. I never seen him fight. I know I can fight. I never seen Tank Davis fight, you know what I mean? I know his name, I never seen him fight. I just seen him dance, you know what I mean? So for me not knowing him, I would have called that zesty too, you know what I mean? I would have called that zesty too, but he said he'll knock Floyd out. Floyd just a little featherweight, so I don't.
Let's clear up the format. This won't be a traditional 12-round title fight. It's expected to be an 8-round exhibition with 3-minute rounds, no headgear, full-sized gloves. Still, don't think these guys won't go at it. Roy even wanted a full fight, not an exhibition, because he's ready for smoke. Both are taking training seriously. Roy's coach already confirmed camp starts next week, while Floyd has been posting pad work and his famous mitt drills. On paper, Floyd doesn't need this fight. He's 50-0, made hundreds of millions of dollars, and is already cemented as one of the greatest defensive fighters in history.
Speaking of boxing, do you think Floyd's the GOAT?
Oh, undeniably. I don't even think it's close. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
As far as like an actual fighter for fight, like fight for fight, pound for pound, the Floyd, how can he not be the greatest? Like as far as like he's never lost. He's the greatest defensive fighter without a doubt.
Even close.
I don't even think it's a debate.
It's not a debate.
Floyd's been hit hard maybe 4 times in his career.
It's not a debate.
He's touched the floor 1 time, bro.
It's not a debate.
How do you fight 50 times and touch the floor once?
But here's the truth. Floyd feeds off attention. He knows stepping in with another Hall of Famer will bring a spotlight that no influencer fight can match. And it's about bragging rights too. For years, fans and fighters have debated who was better in their prime, Floyd or Roy. This matchup gives Floyd a chance to swing the argument his way.
Because when you mention great fighters, right? 90% of your great fighters are black, the ones from the past. Now, with the Eastern Bloc coming on like they are, there's going to be some great ones coming on now. Even with Lil Tony, as you see, these guys are going to be great. They're going to start eclipsing and coming up there too. But right now, if you had to name 5 of the best fighters of all time, 4 of them going to be black. You understand me? Who did he beat that was black in his prime, that was in their prime, that was on his level? Nobody.
Even if this fight won't answer the prime versus prime question, a win over Roy adds another feather in Floyd's cap. For Roy, it's about proving he still has something left. At 55, he's never really left boxing. Even after retiring, he's trained fighters, stayed active in the gym, and kept jumping into exhibitions. Roy loves the game too much to walk away.
What's happening, fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked, because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always better. Wide open, ready to go. It's called.
And let's not forget the bad blood. It started when Floyd made a comment, not directly at Roy, but at Muhammad Ali. Floyd has always respected Ali, but he doesn't see him as the greatest of all time. That rubbed purists the wrong way. Things got hotter when Floyd compared Ali and Roy, saying both relied on footwork, and once the legs slowed, their greatness faded. To Roy, that wasn't analysis, it was pure disrespect.
So once, I think probably 74, he was watching Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. Wow. And I was watching the fight, and my father was really intrigued and really into it. So as I was watching, I was like, what he's doing is aggravating him, making him mad. He want to kill him, but he can't because he's not mad. He's enjoying the fact that he's aggravating him.
In an interview with Seconds Out, Roy didn't hold back. He said, if you disrespect Ali, I can't respect you. And just like that, the tension hit another level.
He did, and that's fine. I went out of my way to troll him a little bit now. If you want to fight, come on. I mean, I ain't tripping. You ain't got to troll me. Come see me. That's who I am. I don't do talk well, you know?
Have you heard anything from him or anybody in the camp?
No, I ain't heard nothing yet, but they know where I'm at, and they know how to find me.
I mean, you think there's a possibility, Roy? Like, we might get this exhibition?
Ain't gonna be no exhibition. I want it real. Ain't no sense being an exhibition. What we gonna play for? We both fight for real. What we playing for? Wasn't no exhibition. We didn't make it real. Exhibition for people playing. We ain't playing. I ain't anyway.
I mean, I'm being kind of lighthearted about this. You seem a little intense. I've interviewed you a lot of times. I don't think I've seen this look in your eye before.
Well, I mean, I don't bother nobody. I'm authorized. I can have my own opinion. If you got a problem with my opinion, then anything I say, I'll be willing to fight about. That's why I don't fuss much, because if I say it, I mean it. And if you want to do something about it, come on.
All right, real quickly.
Inside the ring, outside the ring, I don't care. We'll do it wherever you want to do it. That's what I'm built for this.
Roy then turned his fire directly on Floyd. He called Floyd's 50-0 record smoke and mirrors, accused him of cherry-picking fights, avoiding prime competition, and never taking the kind of risks that made Ali immortal. And Roy didn't just say it once. He kept going after Floyd's career in interviews.
Roy. I don't know what's going on with him. Sugar Ray Leonard said himself he thought he would beat him. The reason I tell people I thought Sugar would beat him is because when you mention great fighters, right? 90% of your great fighters are black, the ones from the past. Now, with the Eastern Bloc coming on like they are, there's gonna be some great ones coming on now. Even with Lil Tony, as you see, these guys are gonna be great. They're gonna start eclipsing and coming up there too. But right now, if you had to name 5 of the best fighters of all time, 4 of them gonna be black. You understand me? Who did he beat that was black in his prime, that was in their prime, that was on his level? Nobody. Sugar Ray Leonard beat Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns twice, Roberto Duran, who would be one of the other people on that pound list. You know, he beat guys that were Floyd Mayweather Sr. He beat guys that were at their prime, no matter what color they were. He beat all of them at their prime. Him and Tommy fought when they both had O's. Not when Tommy got beat by Arian Barkley. That's too late to beat Tommy. If you beat him after that, it don't count. You understand me? So it's not that. I'm not saying Floyd's not a great fighter, but I can't put him ahead of guys who have crossed that line like that. When I put you in with an equal opposition, now I can judge and say, hey, you did that, you go on that line. But Terence Crawford was there all these years. He never fought. He fought Canelo, who was way younger than Crawford, well, 3 years younger than Crawford. But Crawford was there too, but you never called Crawford's name.
Is there like some sort of tensions and beef between you? Or?
He got mad because I said that on All the Smoke, and then he started put up some video of him watching some of the fights I had in my later career where I got knocked out. You know, he said, look at the highlights. Yeah, you know, they make the highlights, but those highlights are probably more exciting than your highlights. Still, you feel me? But you know, when you play with me, I'm not ducking and dodging nothing. Still, my name's still Roy Jones Jr. I don't care. I get in shape right now for anybody. Running ain't my game. I never duck and dodge. I'm not that guy.
Do you think he'll fight you?
I don't know if he will. I'm welcome. I'm wide open for it. So let's go.
And on that note, always a pleasure, my man. Thank you.
Floyd didn't respond with words. Instead, he uploaded a silent YouTube short of himself watching a montage of Roy's knockout losses. No caption, no reaction, just cold psychological warfare. That move alone sent the internet buzzing. Soon, boxing legends everywhere were giving their takes. Manny Pacquiao said Roy wouldn't just beat Floyd, he'd knock him out, praising Roy's power, timing, and angles. Oscar de la Hoya warned that if anyone goes after Floyd, they better be ready, because Floyd always finds a way to fire back. Bernard Hopkins said Floyd is playing it smart, planning to exploit weaknesses Roy picked up over the years.
I think it was more of a show of a man vulnerability at that moment when Roy was fighting Tarver, I believe, or Glenn Johnson. One thing that I've learned over the years, and I was a villain of it, to put a man down when he's down at his side or when he's down by a punch. I'll say that if you look at Roy Jones' defeats and you look at his longevity of victory and very unorthodox, unusual, probably never be again style that he had, I think that good of him in his era will always, and stands now, overshadows anything that went the opposite, means defeat. Roy Jones' rewards and his victories supersede 10 times than his defeats. That's the way I'll answer that.
Even Floyd's family jumped in. His uncle, Jeff Mayweather, who knows Floyd's style better than anyone, said if Floyd is committed, he's all in. James Toney gave his own blunt take, saying Floyd has no choice but to go straight at Roy. Antonio Tarver balanced it out, pointing out that Floyd may be one of the smartest fighters ever, but Roy was a freak of nature in his prime. And that's why fans are split right down the middle. Floyd's technical brilliance against Roy's explosive legacy, a generational clash that has the boxing world on fire.
I do have another question. What do you think about Floyd and Roy? I said boxing is hot. It's the Devin Haney era. You got the OGs, the double OGs, the triple OGs. You got the baby Gs. Everybody is fighting for a spot. What a glamorous and great time to be in the boxing business, especially when you got the best fighter in the world.